Hello beautiful people, I hope that you are well. My name is Christianne and this is my channel Backpacking Bananas, and I am currently on a backpacking trip with my boyfriend Jeremy around the wonderful country of Thailand in Southeast Asia. Before we get started, this video is sponsored by Hostinger, who have become the world leaders in affordable web hosting. I have an incredible discount code for you where you can get an additional 7% off, so that's up to 91% off when you use my code BANANAS. So you can find out more about this service and this incredible offer later on in the video.
We started our trip in Bangkok, got a sleeper train to Chiang Mai, spent a few days there, went trekking, visited Pai, then Chiang Rai. Then we flew down to Suratani and have started exploring the islands, which is where I am right now in the country.
Many of you may know that although we are backpacking right now, I am also working online at the same time. My full-time job is being a travel vlogger, and believe it or not, there is quite a lot of work involved in that, although it's not often what you see in these vlogs. And I want to talk a little bit more about working online in this video, the realities of it versus the stereotypes, and a few bits of advice that I have learned along the way.
You may know that Thailand is one of the most popular countries in the world to work online, and it's not hard to see why. The country is just absolutely stunning, the cost of living is affordable, the weather is great most of the time, the people are so friendly, and something that I've really discovered on this trip is that the Wi-Fi is so fast. Seriously, faster than what I have back home. I've already been thinking about how and when I can come back here and just live for a few months working remotely, because it really is optimum conditions for a remote working lifestyle. Of course, I'm fully aware the big question that I know a lot of people have is, how do I get a remote working lifestyle? It's the kind of lifestyle a lot of people dream about, and I think if we can thank COVID for anything, is that there are more jobs now than ever before that do allow you to work online. If you have an employer that allows you to work for them online, then that's amazing. But in my humble opinion, the best chance you have of being in control of your own working lifestyle is to start your own business and be your own boss. You could be a freelancer, a designer, a videographer, you could have your own online store. I consider myself to be an entrepreneur, a YouTuber who produces online content. I sometimes take on freelance video production work. I have a clothing store. I also sell digital products. There really is a countless number of things that you can possibly do in the online working sphere. And the truth about it all is that there is not one sure set, direct way that you can guarantee success immediately. However, there are certainly things that you can do which will greatly improve your chances of success when it comes to building your own business. And one of those things is to have your own website, whether it's a portfolio website to get your work seen and secure jobs, an e-commerce website where you can sell products, or just a general hub website where you can provide information, showcase your services and market yourself. When I'm looking to work with someone, whatever it may be for, I am always looking for that person or that company's website. So let's get on to creating that website. To get a little bit technical, but not too technical, all websites on the internet need web hosting. Web hosting is where all the files on your website actually live. And this brings me nicely onto the sponsors of today's video, Hostinger, who have become the world leader in affordable web hosting, offering a super easy and intuitive platform that allows users to publish websites no matter what the size. Something that really speaks to me about Hostinger is the fact that the H panel is super user-friendly. You don't need to know coding or be any kind of website development expert in order to use it. The services are optimized for WordPress, so everything makes sense and is straightforward and makes what can be a stressful task to set up become actually quite pleasurable to do. So what else does Hostinger offer? You get a free domain. A domain name is essentially the name of your website that completely belongs to you. So it's not just backpackingbananas.wordpress.com, it's backpackingbananas.com. Now that sounds so much better, doesn't it? You can set up your SSL certificate. SSL is like a protective layer that helps your website credibility, ranking, and overall security. It's what creates this little padlock on the URL address bar so people can immediately see your website is one that they can trust. So it's pretty essential. You can even use Hostinger to design your website, no coding required. Just choose one of the beautiful templates and design as you wish. There is also 24/7 tech support in over 20 languages. No matter where you are in the world or what language you speak, you can always access the support team to get help with whatever support that you need. Hostinger is known for their amazing price-quality ratio, so all the services come at a super affordable rate, especially when you use my special discount code. You can get an additional 7% off any of Hostinger's web hosting packages in addition to their current annual offers. So that's up to 91% off when you use my code BANANAS. I've linked everything that you need to get started in the description, so click there there to find out more. Let's take a look at what else greatly improves your chances of success when building a business. Really get to know your purpose, the reason why you are creating or doing what you're doing. And this is your motivation as well, and you are going to need motivation to stay consistent to the dedication of the growth of your business, because this can take a really long time. It took me 5 years of creating videos alongside other jobs until I was just about able to go full-time purely on my own revenue streams. And people hate hearing that, because I think some influencers like to sell you the idea that you can have this dream lifestyle overnight, and so many people start their businesses with stars in their eyes, but after 1 month of hard work they haven't seen much or any growth, and then they give up. So if you've ever felt like giving up with this kind of thing, always come back to your why. Why did you start in the first place? And if your business isn't doing well at this time, it doesn't matter, because you have a bigger purpose than simply just the money. So no time is wasted, and you have a more positive mindset with regards to the whole thing. You should also really get to know your target audience. It is very unlikely that your product is appealing to everyone, all gender, all ages, people from all countries with all interests. That's just not realistic, and getting to know our target audience is really going to help with our growth, because you can tap into certain habits that your target audience might have, and you can manipulate your marketing approach to appeal more directly to that audience. Look at your competition if you have any, establish who your competitors are, and try to identify what they do well and how you could take inspiration from that without copying. But more importantly than that, what are you going to do differently? What is going to set you apart from your competitors? People need a reason to choose you over them, or as well as them. And so what is that reason? This is your USP, your unique selling point. And finally, just start. There is never going to be a perfect moment. Don't wait for a sign. Don't wait until whatever excuse that it is. Just start. No, it's not going to be perfect at first, and that is totally okay. Nobody starts perfectly, and the only way to learn from your mistakes is by doing.
This is a tip for when you're starting from scratch, but should be carried out throughout the entirety of your business building journey, and that is to create a routine. Schedule a time in your calendar, and you can adapt this to suit your lifestyle as and when it changes, but dedicating a certain number of hours, perhaps at a certain time of the day if it helps, is what is going to hold you accountable for your consistency. Doing this alongside setting your realistic goals is what's going to help you really stay focused. An example could be saying, okay, every Sunday I'm going to dedicate 1 hour to planning what I want to achieve this week. Sunday comes around, you have a look at what you have going on that week in your life, and how many hours this week can you realistically spend on building your business. Then specifically block those hours into your calendar, and then plan what you will do in that time. What is at the top of your priorities for this week? There is always something that you can be doing when it comes to building and growing your business. And now I want to give you a reality check of what it's actually like to work online in a foreign country, because I feel like there's this stereotype that everyone brings their laptop to the beach and just works while they're sunbathing. And I'll be honest, I've tried it because it seems like the perfect situation, right?
Wrong. Trying to work at the beach or even just in the sun is not fun or productive in any way. The biggest issue is that you can hardly see your screen because it's just too bright. Lying on your front could work for a while, but be careful staying in the same position for too long because of, getting burnt, tan lines, whatnot. And lying on your back is just awkward. Like, what do I do with this? Like, laptop on my front, laptop on the side. It's a no from me. And if you're on the beach, one word: sand. Mixing sand and electronics is game over. So I'm going to leave the beach with my laptop right now.
I think another stereotype which isn't realistic is viewing the work online abroad life as holiday because you're in a holiday destination. This is dangerous territory because sure, when you're in these destinations, it can feel like you're on holiday. It's very easy to slip into holiday mode and feel like you've got no responsibilities. Wrong again. Working online does actually require the work, so somehow, sometime, somewhere, you have to figure out how you're going to put in the hours to fund your lifestyle.
If you're someone who works completely on your own flexible schedule, you'd think it would be easy to organise your working hours around the things that you want to enjoy in your week. But I would argue that it might actually be easier to have a job that is holding you accountable to be online at certain hours every day, because other people are holding you accountable. So turning up is non-negotiable. Being your own boss and working on your own schedule is an absolute blessing, and it's something that I never plan on giving up. However, if you want the lifestyle to be efficient and successful, you have to be disciplined. Plan a schedule where you are getting the hours in. I'll be honest, I have found this really difficult, and it has taken me a long time to find the perfect work-life balance. I find what's working for me at the moment, at least, is to work in the mornings for around 3 hours, 9 to 12-ish. Then I feel like I can really enjoy my afternoons, and then after dinner I will work again for about 2 to 3 hours, and I'll have this schedule about 3 days a week, and then I'll have 2 days a week where I just work solidly throughout the whole day, 9 to 5-ish hours, and then 2 days a week where I do no work at all. This is a schedule that has been working for me. I don't think that the same schedule works for everyone though. I really believe it takes trial and error to find what really works for you, and believe me, I've done a lot of trial and error with this. Something that I have learnt the hard way is that sometimes I need to work even when I don't want to, and that can be hard when you're in a lovely destination. But I have to use tough love on myself. Even though I have my dream job and I'm so grateful for that, there is always going to be tasks which I find boring, and I just gotta suck it up and do it. I really have to be disciplined, and I feel like that's something that not a lot of digital nomads will talk about online. They don't talk about the hard things about their job, but that really is something that requires a lot of willpower and something that's very difficult. But anyway, if we're not working on beaches, then where are we working? Many digital nomads will work from cafes with internet or co-working spaces. I think these are great, especially if you find a nice quiet one with good working Wi-Fi. Good food and a nice view is always pleasurable as well. I tend to do my morning sessions in a cafe and tackle emails, write scripts, make plans, just any and all of my admin tasks. But this doesn't work for everyone, especially if you're someone who needs to be on phone calls and in like private quiet spaces. I met a girl the other day who is teaching English as a foreign language online, and she told me that she just can't work in cafes and that she does all of her work in her apartment. To me, it's very important to choose a hotel room or Airbnb room or hostel room which has a desk where I can work. I will work in the afternoons and or the evenings here, mostly on the more intense part of my laptop work, so the video editing, the data transfers, the voiceover sessions, the long business calls. For those parts of my work, I need full concentration in a quiet space where I can spread out, and unfortunately a cafe can't always provide me with that environment, but that's okay. Let's finish off this video with a brainstorm of ideas of jobs that you can do working online, or simply just starting your own business and being your own boss, so that if you do decide that you want to work remotely, you can make that happen for yourself. And with the majority of these jobs, you do not need a degree or to go to university, but in most cases it would be well worth getting some sort of qualification or professional experience before taking matters into your own hands. So in the wonderful world of freelancing, you've got photographer, videographer, video editor, graphic designer, virtual assistant. You could be an online teacher, private tutoring, language classes, music classes, exercise classes. Similarly, you could be an online consultant, a travel consultant, IT consultant, business consultant. How about being an online therapist? I'll put on the screen now even more job ideas and ideas for things that you can do which can generate money online. I recommend Googling a few of these options if it sounds like something you're interested in, and take it from there. Everything always starts with an idea, and don't forget that it is never too late to start. Thanks again to Hostinger for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to click the link in the description to find out more, and use my code BANANAS to get the best price possible on whatever plan that you choose. Thanks to you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it and maybe learned something new, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.